Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to online class of social science. So, here I am back with a new video. And in this video, we will know about social and political life, chapter 3, state government. So, before I start, I'd like to request you all to keep your book along with you, so that you will be able to understand the topic properly and in a better way. So let's start. State government, my government, our government. Yes. So, students, as you all know that India is a huge country, huge democratic country, yes, with 28 states and 8 union territories. So, for the distribution, distribution of power between the center and state, it has been provided for in the Constitution of India for the smooth functioning of the country. Okay, as India has a federal form of government, which means that you can say that there are basically 3 levels of government. One at a center, another at a state and union territories, and third is the local government. So the state government is basically the state government is responsible for good governance of the people of the state. Yes, and the state government, it manages the affairs of the state at 3 levels, that is legislative, executive and administrative. So in this chapter we will know more about the state government and their functionaries, and also we will know about the role of chief minister and the role of councils of minister and different functions of the government. So the government in India functions at basically at 3 levels. What are they? Central level, state level and the local. So like other democratic government, the state government also consists of 3 branches, that is legislature, executive and judiciary, or you can say administrative. So both like our constitutions, it has restricted areas for exercise of power of these governments. Okay, so they don't interfere with each other. Both the central and state government, they have their 3 organs, that is executive, legislative and judiciary, and each of these organs performs certain functions as specified in the Constitution of India. So in this video we shall discuss the state executive and legislature. Yes. So students, why do we need government? We need government because the purpose of government is to protect people's natural rights. Yes, and without government, the laws, we would be like in a state of nature. So government is necessary to the existence of civilized society. Next is the state legislature. A state needs a government to guide it and some good laws to help the government to do this. To make law, we need a body empowered to make them. In some states, the legislature consists of 2 houses, that is Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. So let us read about them. So, as you all know that Assam is a state, yes, and who is the Chief Minister of Assam? Himanta Biswa Sharma, yes. So, in state, it forms the state legislature. It forms a government at the state level, and it is represented in the state legislature. So the same way every state has a legislature, and how with these elections help us to choose the member of the state legislature. some states have the unicameral legislature. That means they have only one house of legislature. Other states have two houses of legislature. This is bicameral legislature. So the two houses are the legislative assembly, or we can say Vidhan Sabha, and the legislative council, or we can say Vidhan Parishad. So let us know about Vidhan Sabha first. So Vidhan Sabha, or you can say legislative assembly. So Vidhan Sabha, it consists of elected representatives of people. They are called MLAs, member of legislature assembly, and each MLA is elected from a constituency. All the states don't have the same number of MLAs. The constitution has said the maximum number of MLA is 500 and minimum is 40 in a state. That means like in India, every state has a legislative assembly, yes, which has member in the proportion of the state's populations. So these member of legislative assembly, or you can say MLAs, are elected by we people. Okay, we elect this member who form the government. We elect the people, we elect the MLAs, and they form the government. Thus the MLA are like, basically they are the elected representatives of we people. Okay, so terms of the assembly. So the term of legislative assembly is for 5 years and may be dissolved earlier by the governor of the state on the advice of the CM, Chief Minister, and may also be dissolved earlier before the completion of its normal term by the governor when there is breakdown of constitutional machinery in the state, or governor recommends the president for president rule. That means the term of legislative assembly is for 5 years, and however it may be dissolved before that term expires. It can dissolve by the governor of the state and by the advice of CM, or it may also be dissolved earlier before the completion of the normal term by the governor when there is breakdown of the constitutional machinery in the state, or it can dissolve by the when the government recommends the president for president's rule. Next is compositions of the Vidhan Sabha or legislative assembly. So legislative assembly of a state consists of not more than 500 and not less than 60 members chosen by direct election by the people. Actual strength of each assembly is fixed from time to time on the basis of latest census. And with the creation of some small state, the number was reduced to 30. That means legislative assembly must hold 60 members as minimum number for legislative assembly, and its higher limit is higher limit can exceed up to 500 only, not more than that. Okay, so only like a state like Goa and Mizoram have 40 members each. Okay, while Sikkim has 32 members. So it is like every state is divided into different areas and they are known as constituencies. So let us take the example of the state of like we'll take an example of Uttar Pradesh. Yes, Uttar Pradesh, which is divided into 403 constituencies. Okay, so from each constituencies, one representative is elected by the people. And this representative may belong to any political party or can even be on independent candidates. So the political party whose candidates win more than half the number of seats in a state, okay, so in an election they gain the majority and they can form the government. So this is called the simple majority systems. Means who will get the more majority of seats, they will win the election or they can form the government. So this is all about state legislature, or you can say legislative assembly. That means Vidhan Sabha. Okay. So in our next class or in our next video, we will know about Vidhan Parishad. Okay. So till then, go through the chapters. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, or you can message me. Till then, take care, be safe. Thank you.